Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Kick back and relax and let's take a look at the garden. Okay guys, got a lot to talk about. These are the cucumbers. The last video I think was like maybe 2 weeks ago or close to it, and they were just like really small plants, so it's pretty amazing. And they're starting to look for things to grab too. So I started this out here. I got these posts and some rope, and I got the light hanging, so hopefully it won't go too high before I need to take this outside. Okay, the pepper plants, bad news. This is the only one that's left, and I think it's dead too. I should never have taken them out of this room and put them into the other room. I did it because they started growing again. And this process, they weren't supposed to do that. They were only supposed to get a little bit of light. So I put them in a room with a little bit of light for about 2 or 3 weeks. They started like looking bad, like, it's getting a little brown on the edges, on the tips. So I brought them back inside this room and kept an eye on them, watered them, even gave them Miracle-Gro, everything. But like nothing happened. And I think this one's pretty much toast too, but it's still pretty moist. So I'm just cut it down a little bit more and hoping maybe something will come out of it. So now we're sort of in a panic for peppers. So I do have these 3 plants growing. They're small peppers. I'm trying to grow some big peppers with some really cool seeds I got from these gigantic, perfect looking red peppers that I had, but they're not coming up. So if they don't come up, it'll just be small peppers. So I've got a whole bunch of other small pepper plants now growing. So these are the only peppers I have. So I wish I would have known that, because the pepper plants take a little bit, and I wish I could have gotten them started even earlier than this. But it's okay. So the tomato plants that I have, I'm already like several steps into transferring them more than once. I had a whole bunch of them in here, and I ended up taking a couple of plants are stuck together in the middle, and I put them here in this pot. They're doing real well. And then this pot, I took all the plants out. I put 2 of them in here. This was yesterday. I have a couple left in this pot, and I put some in this pot, and then I got this little straggler over here that didn't look too good yesterday, but it looks like it's going to be okay. So these are the plants that I have, because another bad news that happened was I opened up the tomato plants that I had outside, doing that technique where I was supposed to, in December, take them out. I didn't do it, and they all died. And they were all dried up, and like they're toast. So this is all I have right now. This, I'm starting with, which is not bad. I'm just saying that I kind of wanted to have those mature plants and get them to regrow. It's something I'm gonna have to try next year. Next time, maybe I'll just take in 1 pepper plant, 1 tomato plant, and I'll just keep them both in here. This is, I got those lemon tree plants. These 2 look a little weird. I don't know what's going on with them. They got a weird color to them. But this one looks really nice. I'll keep it down here. It's better. And it's got all these leaves on it. And the crazy thing about this one is, if you like smell these leaves, they smell like a lemon, which is wild. I mean, it's a lemon. It probably should, but I don't get a very good citrus smell. I'm going to plant some flowers this year. I want to plant sunflower seeds and see what happens. I got a package of them, and I put a few in here to see what's going on. And I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in the middle here. This one's going to be working its way out. It's got a big branch on it. So we're going to just get some early started sunflower seeds in here just to see what happens. I've never grown them. I love I would like to have a couple of them in the yard and stuff. It'd be really cool. And then my mom has some marigold seeds, a whole bunch of them that we're going to plant. We're going to plant a bunch of flowers. I've got a whole bunch of seeds, but it's just too early to do that. We're going to do that in the fish tank, and when we get a little bit closer to taking everything outside, probably about April, we'll start all those. Arrow garden, same old basil crazy. Cut it again yesterday. Got we got like 10 bags of basil in the freezer at this point. It's ridiculous. We don't know what to do with it. If you want to come on by and ask for some basil. All right, guys. Obviously, George doing a great job supervising, but that's about it. So I'll come back. Let's see what these things do. You know what I mean? Especially the sunflower seeds and stuff. I'm sure that's interesting to see. I know I'm looking forward to it. But the cucumbers are like, this is going to be wild, man. these are really beautiful plants, and I could tell already like they're really exploding. So last year when I took out the cucumbers initially, I didn't understand that they would be shocked by the weather, and I put them right out in the sun, a bunch of all my big plants, and they almost all died. Thank God they all recovered. But this time I'm going to be a lot smarter, keep them in the shade for a day or two, start bringing them out in the sun a few hours at a time before I put them in their final position. Hey guys, thanks for coming by. Some bad news with the plants that we had with the mature plants. We're just getting started with learning. We're going to do a better job next year. But we got some beautiful plants here. Tomato plants. These are all cherry tomato plants, different varieties. We're not gonna, and these cucumbers are the pickling cucumbers. I'm trying to stay away from the big fruits, because even with the big tomatoes, sometimes they split, sometimes they just, and they're heavy. I'd rather deal with small stuff that, like, I can just get a whole bunch of it. It's constantly growing, constantly being able to pick and eat them, and not counting on, some big fruits, or vegetables that a lot of things could happen to along the way. All right, guys. See you real soon. Thanks for stopping by.